sound of gentle, hopeful music and distant city ambiance, speaking warmly with a slight, friendly accent. Hi everyone and welcome. Today I want to share a story with you, a story about a journey. It's my family's story. It begins in a small, colorful town in Mexico, a place where the sun always seemed to hug the earth a little tighter. My name is Elena. Back then, life was simple. I remember waking up to the smell of my abuela's tortillas cooking on the comal. My papa would be out in the fields before the sun was even fully awake. My little brother Mateo and I would chase chickens in our dusty yard, our laughter echoing off the bright blue walls of our home. It was a good life, a happy life. But my parents, they dreamt of something more for us. One evening, after Mateo and I were supposed to be asleep, I overheard Papa talking to Mama. He spoke in a low, serious voice. He talked about oportunidades, opportunities. He spoke of better schools for Mateo and me, a future where we wouldn't have to worry so much. He spoke of a place called Los Estados Unidos, the United States. The words sounded like a magical spell. The decision wasn't easy. It meant leaving behind everything we knew. Abuela, with her warm hugs and endless stories. Our cousins, our friends, the very ground that held our memories. I remember the day we left. Abuela pressed a small, hand-carved wooden bird into my palm. Para que nunca olvides de donde vienes, she whispered, so you never forget where you come from. My heart felt like a heavy stone in my chest. Our journey north was long and difficult. We sat for hours in buses and cars, watching the familiar green landscapes turn into dry, brown desert. Mateo was scared, so I held his hand and told him stories about superheroes who could fly over any wall. To be honest, I was telling myself the stories too. When we finally crossed the border and arrived in California, everything was loud and fast and big. The buildings were like giants touching the sky. The cars were a river of metal that never stopped flowing. And the language? Oh, the language was the biggest mountain of all. English sounded like a secret code. At school, the teacher's words flew past my ears like buzzing insects. The other kids would laugh and talk, and I would just sit there, nodding and smiling, feeling completely invisible. I missed the easy chatter of Spanish. I missed understanding. Mateo would come home crying sometimes, frustrated because he couldn't ask to play. My parents worked so hard. Papa took a job in construction, leaving before sunrise and coming home long after sunset, his hands rough and tired. Mama worked cleaning houses, her back aching every night, but they never complained. When I would see them studying English from a worn-out textbook at the kitchen table, their faces tired but determined, I knew I had to be brave too. So I started small. I learned hello, thank you, and my name is Elena. I watched cartoons with English subtitles, repeating the words over and over. A kind teacher, Mrs. Davis, stayed after school with me. She would point to a picture of an apple and say, apple, and I would repeat, Paul. She never laughed. She just smiled and nodded. Good, Elena, again. Slowly, very slowly, the secret code started to make sense. Words became sentences. Sentences became conversations. One day, a girl in my class asked me a question and I answered her, and she understood. It was a small moment, but for me, it felt like I had finally climbed that giant mountain. I ran home that day shouting, Mama, Papa. I spoke English. Years have passed. Mateo is in college now, studying to be an engineer. Papa runs his own small landscaping business. Mama volunteers at the local community center, helping new families just like ours. And me? Well, I'm talking to you. We built a new life here, a life full of the opportunities my parents dreamed of. But we never forgot where we came from. We still make abuela's tortillas. We still celebrate Dia de los Muertos. And that little wooden bird, it sits on my desk, a constant reminder of our journey, our roots, and the incredible power of hope. Our story is one of millions. It's a story of sacrifice, of courage, and of chasing a dream. Thank you for listening.